I don't care. I don't care if we went back to Anthony Richardson. I don't care if somehow, some way, the Colts actually make the playoffs this season. At the end of this season, both Chris Ballard and Shane Steichen should be gone. Get them out of here. Get them out of Indianapolis and get them the fuck up off West 56th Street. Welcome to the latest edition of The Poet That You've Been Missing. It is I, Travian J, BKA the Trilla Poet, aka Jack Tony, aka him raving huntings in the flesh. Yes, this is a yes face, all new edition of The Poet That You've Been Missing. Thank you guys for tuning in. Once again, the kid is at it again. You dig. Before I continue, before I kick this off, I want to give a huge shout out to all of my subscribers. I believe we are now at 36 subscribers on my YouTube channel, and I'm very proud of that number. We're almost 40. Closing in on 50. So I'm very proud of that. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe to this channel. Subscribe to this channel where you can get updates on exclusive content that I may drop, YouTube short, or one of these editions of The Poet That You've Been Missing. To everyone who has interacted with some of my content, even over my social media outlets, it means the world to me. I thank you. I thank you so much. Every like, every retweet, every bookmark, every view, every click. I'm grateful for it. Thank you guys. Thank you. Thank you so much. Now, let's get into it. Let's get into this yes face edition of The Poet That You've Been Missing. So, we will have a new president, everybody. We will have a new president who was also a former president. The 2024 presidential election is in the books. The AP has called that race, and Donald Trump will be the 47th president of these United States of America. In addition to that, I believe the House, as well as the Senate, majority is Republican now. So the White House is going to be a trifecta with the new administration. My thoughts on the election as a whole, and I'm not sure if I really shared this with a lot of people, but when Joe Biden had stepped down and Kamala Harris, of course, stepped up to the mantle, and of course, eventually accepted the Democratic nomination. I'll be honest, I didn't think she'd win. I didn't think she'd win only because, in my opinion, it wasn't enough time. I think she had right at 106 days. 106 days from that time that Joe Biden had stepped down and she took over and stepped up to the mantle. I wanted her to win. Of course, I voted for her, and I'm not ashamed of that. I don't care who feels a certain way about that. It is what it is. We all have free will. We all have the right to make a choice. But more importantly, we all have a right to exercise our civic vote, our civic duty, which is to go vote, our patriotic duty, which is to go cast your vote. And to those of you out there who even voted for Trump, I respect your decision to vote for a convicted felon, and I'm not going to continue this edition any further. Getting into a spat, my personal feelings about Donald Trump, they're on the secret, especially if you read my previous novels, and even some of my previous work of literature and poetry. How I feel about Trump, it's all there. Feel free to read it. Feel free to share me your feedback on it, and it is what it is. So yes, Donald Trump will be back in the White House. He's won the 2024 presidential election over Madam Vice President Kamala Harris. So hey, it is what it is, man. All I have to say to those of you out there who voted for Donald J, and to those of you out there who didn't cast a vote at all, and I'm gonna leave this segment at this. All I'm gonna say is I sincerely hope that you are prepared for what's to come. I hope you guys are prepared for what's to come. And just remember, you voted for this. You voted for whatever may transpire starting on January 20th. Peace to the planet. Let us move on. Let us move on. Now, as you can see, I'm in my Colts attire. I got my Colt PJs on. They very, very, very comfortable. And whew, these last couple of weeks being a Colts fan has been to say it's been a roller coaster is an understatement. Perhaps the understatement of the freaking year. Um, with the whole Anthony Richardson saga, the whole back and forth, it's just been one gigantic and unnecessary clusterfuck of a circus. End of story. A clusterfuck of a circus. I you 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 bench Anthony Richardson after the Houston game, after the tap out gate, and let me state for the record once again, no one, most of us, a good percentage of us, we are not excusing the tapping out by Anthony Richardson, even if it was foreplay, which it turned out to only be foreplay. Excuse me. But still, no one is excusing him doing that. No one's excusing him doing that. It was inexcusable. I will not defend it. I will never try to defend that action. But what transpired after that game, it was egregious. It was bullshit. It was a clusterfuck of a circus. After 10 starts, the Colts benched the kid. In comes Flacco. He stinks up the joint to high heaven. Then after the Buffalo game, I believe it was that Monday or Tuesday, Shane Steichen is at the podium for his media availability one day saying that he's going to remain with Flacco as a starter. And then 2-3 days later, he goes back to the kids. So it's just been one gigantic and unnecessary clusterfuck with my Colts. And that's the best way I can put it. The best way I can put it. And that entire situation, it did it for me. I'm out. I'm out on Shane Steichen. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out on him. And I've been out on Chris Ballard. At the end of the season, they both need to go. It's simple as that. They both need to go. They both need to go at the end of the season. It needs to be a complete reset of the franchise. Even if the Indianapolis Colts somehow, some way make the playoffs this season. Even if that happens, y'all, Chris Ballard and Shane Steichen, they gotta go. They gotta go. They gotta get the fuck off of West 56th Street. And that's just how I feel. Shane Steichen, he's regressed as a play caller, especially when it comes to Anthony Richardson. His communication skills, whew. To say that he's a leader of men, to say that he's a head coach of a national football league team, his communication, not the best. There's no leadership with this guy. There's no leadership with that organization. It's no leadership, man. It's no leadership. A head coach is at his core a leader of men. And this whole Anthony Richardson situation just crystallized and solidified to me that Shane Steichen is not he's not a leader of men, not to me, you know. It is what it is. It is what it is. You know, I think most of us was real high on the guy when he came in last year, when he started. And I guess truthfully, part of that was we was just so relieved and done with the whole Frank Reich era. You know what I'm saying? You know, we some of us were just so done with Frank Reich and happy that we had got someone new until, you know, we were we were all in on the guy at first, you know. And Shane Steichen, I still believe he's a good offensive mind in the NFL, but I don't think this whole Anthony Richardson situation, I just don't think he's that leader of men. You get what I'm saying? And there's no knock against the guy. It's just my opinion. And opinions are like booty holes. Everybody can have their own opinions. You may not like my opinion, and I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck if any one of you don't like my opinion, and that's fine. You cannot like my opinion. You cannot like my opinion. It is what it is. But Everybody has an opinion. And opinions are like booty holes. Everyone has one. Everyone has one. Okay, segue, segue. Segue into the next topic of this edition. I want to take this time out, as always, with these editions. I'm pretty consistent in keeping my readers, my followers, my viewers, my fans updated on all that is going on in my artorial. I don't even know that's a word. Artorial. Lord have mercy. Bear with me. Um, I'm pretty consistent in letting you guys know what is all going on in my writing career and what's next for the Trilla Poet. Now, what I can tell you guys is, and if you and if you and you've heard me talk about it in previous editions, but I am working on 3 novels simultaneously and concurrently, which also includes my debut erotic novel. Yeah, erotic. Erotica at its finest, raw, uncut, uncut Jster, uncut Travian J, uncut the Trilla Poet. But yes, I'm working on 3 novels all at once, concurrently, simultaneously. Um, I'm real excited. I'm real excited about the direction that all 3 of these projects is going in currently. Um, so you have Death Star, which I am breaking off into 2 novels. So it's going to be a Death Star Part 1 and there's going to be a Death Star Part 2. I'm working on that as I speak. Um, and then sandwiched in between Death Star is my debut erotic novel. My debut erotic novel. In fact, a couple hours I just finished a writing session for it a couple of hours prior to this edition. So yeah. Yeah, and please feel free. I've I've already recorded some pieces from it. You guys can find it down on my YouTube shorts. If you're following me on my Twitter account, you can also find it. You can also find an excerpt from my debut erotic novel. In fact, I have it pinned. I have it pinned to my Twitter page. So be sure and check out those excerpts, check out those pieces, of me rocking the mic, spitting the piece. And as always, give me your feedback on it. Let me know if you liked it. Let me know if you didn't like it, etc., etc. And there's more to come. I'm gonna do some more overtime. Slowly but surely, I'm gonna do more recordings of me reciting poetry, of me spitting on the mic, rhyming poetry. It'll be more of that as time go on. But what I'm mainly focused on right now is the writing aspect of it all. Putting out putting out these 3 novels, and making sure that all three all 3 novels are of great quality. Um, I don't want to be giving you guys no bullshit. I just that's not how I rock. That's not how I do things. You dig what I'm saying? When I pimp the pen and really keep it wet, like my trademark, I'm giving you the very best of my gift that was bestowed upon me. I'm going to give you the very best of it. I'm not going to cheat you. As a reader, as a supporter, as a fan of mine, I can't cheat you guys because it's because of you guys that I am who I am. It's because of you guys that I am the Trilla Poet. Because of you guys, I am Captain Jack Tony in the flesh. Simple as that. So that's one thing you should know about me. I'm not gonna ever cheat you guys. I always with each novel, with the founder of my destiny, with the Journey Volume 3 Living Again. I my goal is to get better and better and better with each piece of work that I put out, with each title that I put out. I try to surpass and outdo myself. Provide you with that social commentary because, yes, it's very necessary, and also entertain you, make you laugh, talk that shit, kick that shit, you know. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, guys, I'm right at about 21, 22 minutes. And that was it. That was all that I had on my mental docket of this edition of The Poet that you've been missing. Thank you guys again for tuning in, for listening to me yap my goddamn mouth for 22 going on 23 minutes now. And I'm trying to think. I don't want to forget anything before I log off before I end this edition. Um hmm. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I cannot believe I was about to leave you guys discussing, without discussing that atrocity, that senior citizen abuse that occurred the other night. Ladies and gentlemen, listen, I'm sure most of us are Tyson fans. Most of us are Mike Tyson fans. We all know how iconic Iron Mike Tyson is and how much of a legend he is. We all know this. We all love the guy. But 58 going on 60 years old is 58 going on 60 years old. The fight was nothing more than an expedition. And I give it to Mike Unc, Iron Mike Tyson, Unc. If you listening to this, listen, I respect you to the highest heaven for getting in that ring one more time and proving to the world that that fighting spirit has never left you, has never left you. I it was good to see. Even more importantly, I'm glad that you were able to walk away with $20 million so you can take care of you and your family, OG. Straight like that. Yeah, that was an atrocity, man. That was senior citizen abuse, elder abuse. Jake Paul, my man. Jake Paul, sir, sir, you're not you're not a real boxer. I don't respect you as a boxer. I know that's what you have gotten off into coming from the YouTube world. And listen, I respect your hustle. I respect you and your brother's hustle, Logan Paul. I respect y'all hustle. I respect y'all marketing, y'all brand, this, that, and the other. Get your money. Get y'all money. It's all respect on that end. But Jake, I don't respect you as a boxer. I don't I don't respect you as a boxer. And you may be wondering why other fellow boxers may be coming at you the way they are. This, that, and the other. Jake Paul, they feel like you are disgracing the sport. They feel like you are bending over and squatting in their face, bending over and shitting on the sport that is boxing. Jake, you gotta get in that ring with some boxers in their prime. You gotta get in there with individuals who are boxers, who have been boxing for years and that are in their prime. Because all of these retired boxers, these retired MMA strikers, these 60-year-old men, dude, that's not gonna cut it, man. That's you don't get kudos for that. Not in my book, man. Not in my book. And can you please stop saying that these boxers need you? Jake Paul, Jake Paul, these boxers don't need you, man. Truthfully, you need them to validate yourself as a real boxer. That's the truth of the matter. They don't need you. Who are you fooling? You think Canelo needs to fight you? You think Tank needs to fight you? Man, please. You think Terrence Crawford needs to fight you? Errol Spence? Man, please. You need them. You need them to validate yourself as a boxer, to finally get that respect as a boxer. But until you do, you won't get that respect. You'll be seen as nothing more than a marketing cash cow. Simple as that. And again, Jake, get your money. I respect your hustle. But all this real boxer talk, nah, you gotta get in that ring with some heaters, some hitters, some boxers. Straight up. It is what it is. You may not like you, but you gotta respect.